Disclaimer: this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It does not constitute financial advice. We are not registered financial advisors. Massive news coming out of Hamilton ETFs today, everyone. Let's go through it. They just announced a new DAYMAX ETF related to Bitcoin. This is their first Bitcoin-related product. It just shows me more and more. I think really 2026 is the year Bitcoin is going mainstream. Every week, every day almost now, there's more and more news about it, either coming from the US government or whatever. So really cool. The stock symbol is going to, by the way, I apologize. I'm sick. I got a cold. Yes, I know what you're wondering. How the heck did you get a cold in Panama? Well, it's because I'm pretty sure it's because they jacked the AC in the gym, in the hotel gym, and I think I got a cold that way. But anyway, I have a bit of the sniffles here. So BDAY. So this is going to be, that's a stock symbol, the Hamilton Enhanced Bitcoin DAYMAX ETF. So if we look at the press release, this was pretty cool. So Patrick Somerville, the CEO, says, "We're excited to build on the momentum of our innovative DAYMAX ETF suite, Canada's first zero DT options ETFs. I absolutely love the zero DT strategy, and that's true. Hamilton is the first one. And I've said it before many times. I talked about the potential of Hamilton coming out with a Bitcoin product related in this suite. I actually said BDAY would be the perfect ticker symbol. So, but you could do this strategy for anything, but it looks like they're doing it with Bitcoin here. Reflecting our commitment to bringing innovative ETF solutions to Canadian investors, BDAY combines Bitcoin exposure with an actively managed covered call strategy to generate attractive monthly tax-efficient income. Announcing the filing on the 16th anniversary of Bitcoin Pizza Day feels especially fitting, as the date has become a well-known milestone in Bitcoin's history and broader adoption. So in case you didn't know, about 16 years ago, the first, or one of the most, what's the word? I'm not going to find my words because I'm sick today. My brain's a bit in the garbage here, but well-known or watershed first transaction with Bitcoin was Pizza Day, or Bitcoin Pizza Day, where some guy bought two pizzas or one pizza from Papa John's for 10,000 Bitcoin. So those two pizzas are actually worth about $770 million today. Think about that. Only 16 years ago. Pretty crazy, guys. So to celebrate this, I have to admit, Hamilton were very cool. They sent Erica and I, they delivered two Papa John pizzas to us, which I find was really, really cool. We did a little video on it on our Instagram. By the way, in case you didn't know, we have an Instagram where we post more personal things. Follow us on Instagram if you're not already, where we share, pretty much our life in Panama, other things as well. So it's in the video description below. You'll see our socials there. But really cool. I just want to thank Hamilton ETFs, first of all, for coming out with this ETF, for actually listening to me. I'm sure it had something. I was partly the inspiration. If you don't believe me, if you look at the video a week or two ago, I actually talk about my stretch ETF ideas, and I said that this DAYMAX structure would be perfect for stretch. But this one is going to be a little bit different. So how is it going to work? So the web page is not up yet. This is a preliminary prospectus, but not to worry. Patrick Somerville, in his graciousness, sent me the preliminary prospectus. So the important parts I highlighted here, it looks like it's going to hold IBIT, guys. That's pretty much what it's going to hold. It seems like, of course, this is prelim. It's not, set in stone. So, it says while BDAY is permitted to invest up to 100% of its assets in IBIT, it will invest in securities of other exchange-traded funds in support of its option strategy, and if the portfolio advisor, blah, 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 blah. So it looks like it's going to be a pure Bitcoin play. So what I think is going to do, this is my estimation. Okay, guys, this is not, I don't have the information here. It might not be right, but my guess on how the ETF is going to look like, it's going to look very, very similar to something like Q-Day, S-Day, C-Day, where I think what they're going to do is the 100% here is going to go in IBIT. Most likely, they're not going to write options on IBIT. Maybe they will, maybe they don't, but I don't think they will. So you have full exposure to IBIT, uncapped exposure to IBIT, and they're going to do the zero DT options on either the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ 100. My guess what makes the most sense to me would be the NASDAQ 100 because it, technology, right? It makes the most sense. So if they do this, I expect the ETF to have about 18 to 22% yield, right? Because we know how much yield writing approximate at the money daily cover calls on QQQM does, because we could look just at QDAY and it's about 18 to 22% yield. But of course, there's fluctuating distributions. I'm pretty sure it's going to be semi-monthly as well, guys. Pretty sure. Why not? If there are other DAYMAX ETFs or semi-monthly distributions, I don't see why they wouldn't do that. And the management fee is going to be 85 basis points, so the same like the QMAX. So very cool announcement. And from Hamilton here, looks like, they're getting in the Bitcoin game finally, right? Bitcoin's going mainstream now. So my question, I wonder if they're going to add a little bit BDAY to HDIV and HYLD. I would hope so. Maybe a small amount, 1%, 2%. I think that would make sense to boost the yield. And speaking of boosting yield, everyone, Hamilton ETFs just announced their distributions for May, which means we're going to get them paid in June. And there's actually big news on that front as well. So the first ones I always look at, HYLD and HDIV, they're all in one. So HYLD, no surprise, I think the second month in a row now, has increased the distribution from 15.5 cents to 16 cents a month. And HDIV is going from 18.5 cents, I believe, to 19 cents. So big distribution increases here. Absolutely amazing. Even QDAY, by the way, massive distribution increase as well. No surprise, right? Technology stocks, the NASDAQ 100. So the NAV of QDAY has been going up really, really fast, really, really hard. A little distribution increase for CDAY, nothing for SDAY. Remember, SDAY is really blue chip boring dividend stocks, and CDAY is boring blue chip Canadian dividend stocks. So the Canadian financials have been on a tear, which CDAY holds a lot of. CDAY holds materials as well, lots of Canadian focus. So don't surprise, I see a distribution increase for CDAY, but QDAY, massive, massive distribution increase. So CDAY raised it, HDIV, HYLD raised it, the all-in-ones. QDAY, of course, we talked about. HYLD, don't forget that HYLD, guys, the two biggest. Oh man, it's right here. Is it here? Let's see what they have here. They have something. BDAY. It looks like it's still not up yet. The web page is gonna be up probably today, maybe end of the day or something. We'll it's just a prelim. We'll get the information soon, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna hold IBIT, and it's gonna have QQQM, and they're gonna do the calls on that. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. That would be simply my guess. So what I was going back to for HYLD, because I am a big, I do have quite a bit in HYLD. Don't forget that SMAX and QMAX really drive your fate when it comes to the distributions, right? It makes up the biggest portion. Why am I mentioning that? Because both SMAX and QMAX have also raised their distributions. So QMAX went from 21 cents to 22 cents, and SMAX went from 19 cents to 19.7 cents. So there's some decreases as well. FMAX, the bond ETFs, LMAX, RMAX, and UMAX have reduced a little bit as well. Very, very small reductions, but the bonds, I'm not surprised. LMAX, RMAX, and UMAX, well, Canadian utilities, real estate, healthcare, and the American financials, real sectors that I don't really care about, to be honest, but those are small positions in HYLD, of course. You see them here. But the biggest chunk is really QMAX and SMAX, and both of those have raised the distributions, right? QDAY is in here as well, SDAY is in here as well. So fantastic news coming out of Hamilton ETFs. Really, really awesome. So just want to thank them for sending me the pizza and the preliminary perspective. So we'll know more about them soon. So let me know what you think, guys. What do you think of this BDAY ETF? I'm sure they're going to be watching this video. Do you think maybe something with stretch would be better, or you would be more interested? Because BDAY is going to compete now with the Harvest, the Purpose, and the Global X Canada Bitcoin ETF. But where I think it's different is those ones it's a more classic cover call strategy where you're actually holding the IBIT, but they're writing covered calls on it. Whereas I believe SMAX, and don't quote me on this, we have to wait till everything comes out, they're not writing covered calls on the Bitcoin exposure. So you could get full Bitcoin upside and downside and the leverage portion is going to write the cover calls, the 0DT cover calls on either the NASDAQ or the S&P. I think it's going to be the NASDAQ. That's what makes the most sense to me. So that's it, everyone. I wanted to give you an update on this because this is pretty big news. Let me know what you think. Do you have any questions? Put them in the comment section below. Give me a like, a thumbs up. I would really, really appreciate it. It really helps spread the PII gospel to the world. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, guys. I'm trying to get to 250,000 subscribers. Please help me get there. Subscribe to the channel. Send this video to your friends. But really cool. My question to you guys maybe, would you like to see a tiny bit of BDAY go in there all-in-ones and HYLD and HDIV? I definitely say yes. I would say put 1 or 2% in there. It's just reinforces HYLD and HDIV's diversification now in what I feel is a legit asset class. And I think it also is going to help the yield as well, because I'm sure this is going to be a 20% yielder. But, you know, I do understand we think Hamilton is a more of a conservative, stable asset manager, and that's why we love them. So I would probably do it, but I would make a small position. And this could be a good way for existing HYLD and HDIV holders that are a bit older, that don't understand Bitcoin, that want to maybe dip their toes but are scared. They will now have a little bit of Bitcoin exposure in HYLD and HDIV. Let me know what do you think of that idea. Do you think it's good? You absolutely do not want Bitcoin exposure in HDIV and HYLD? I'm curious to see your thoughts. So take care, everyone. Stay safe, stay passive, stay honorable. See you next time.